Hey girls, it's Miss Katie and we're going to do a super fun activity today. Hey girls, it's Miss Katie and today we are going to be making some moon sand. So what you're going to need is some flour, some baby oil, and a cup. So like a measuring cup of 1 cup. This is the one that I have today, so close enough. And food coloring if you so wished. I have some on the side. I don't know how well it's going to work, but we are going to figure it out. So what it calls for is 8 cups of flour and 1 cup of baby oil. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the flour. I'm going to do kind of 1 cup like this, kind of a loose cup, 1. You know, just because it's me, I'm going to half it. So in order to half the recipe, I'm going to do 4 cups of flour and half a cup of oil. Simple fractions. So if you're ever going to make a half of something, just do whatever half and then reduce all of them down. So this is going to be 2. Then we'll do 3 and 4 because 8 is a little bit too much for just me. 3 and 4 is coming up. And 4. And then remember, because we made this half, we're going to do half a cup of oil. Hold on, it needs 2 hands here. So half a cup of oil. Ooh. Okay, I'd say about that much. So we are going to pour it on. Ugh. It's kind of gross. And then we are gonna use some food coloring, see if that works. It may not, my concern is that oil and water do not mix, and food coloring is water-based. So that's where my concern is, but you never know. We might be pleasantly surprised. So I'm gonna do it like that. And we're just gonna go right in with the flour, with the oil. Ooh, it feels weird. So it's definitely a weird feeling, and I feel like it's gonna take a lot of mixing. So I'm gonna keep working on mixing it, and then check back in with you when it gets closer to the kind of consistency we want it to be, because when I was reading up on this, it said it was gonna take like a long time to mix, and I'm not gonna make you guys watch me mix it the whole time. So give me just a minute and I'll check back in once we get closer to the texture. All right, welcome back, guys. So that took a long time to mix, like a really long time to mix. I did need a little drizzle more of some oil. If you need to modify it a little bit more flour, a little bit more oil, that's okay. That totally happens. As you can see, the blue dye doesn't really mix that well. It's actually more on my hand than it is in the sand. So now that we have our sand, it's kind of that texture, like, you know, when you're playing wet sand, where it's just crumbly enough, but just enough where you can like pack it tightly together and build something. So it smells really good too. It smells like baby oil. So it smells nice. And so now you have this whole little tray of like this kind of sand. You can kind of, like I said, modify the recipe a little bit. If you want a little drier, a little bit more moist, like, doesn't matter. So that now you can kind of pack it down if you want, and you can like build little sandcastles out of it, because I used to love building sandcastles when I was a kid. So yeah, so it pats down nice and easy, just kind of like how it would with real sand. And then, you know, you can build it up. You can squeeze it into different kinds of shapes and stuff. Now, when I was a kid, there used to be like a brand called Moon Sand, and like we get ads for it all the time, and it looks super cool. So when I found out that you can kind of make it on your own at home, I thought that was super cool. So have fun, get messy, get dirty, so long as you clean up afterwards, okay? You know, don't leave a mess for people to clean up after you. Take responsibility and clean up after yourself. And enjoy some moon sand.